Hello, I'm John. Welcome to my channel, Disquiet and Dragons, and in this video we're doing a good old-fashioned unboxing video. Hello, so the first thing I want to do is apologise for the lack of uploads. I've had some real tech issues, my internet's been playing up, and my old phone, which I use as a camera, finally decided to die, so I've been dealing with that kind of stuff, and I've also been quite busy at work. But the upside of that is the overtime allowed me to treat myself to a few books. So in this video, there we go, big old box of books. The company I used to buy them from is a company called Smeagol Books. Well, Smeagol, Smichael, Smackle, Smickle, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'll put it in the description. The video's got nothing to do with them, it's just a website that I really like to use. I've found them to be really good every time I've used them. So with that being said, I'll get this box opened and I'll show you which books I've treated myself to. Oh, it's a world of sellotape. Right, so that's just about open, and the first book we've got is The Gods Themselves by Isaac Asimov. If you bear with me a second, I'll just put my glasses on and I'll read you the back. In the year 2100, the invention of the electron pump, an apparently inexhaustible supply of free energy, has enabled humanity to break free of the Earth and establish a foothold in the wider solar system. But the electron pump works by exchanging materials with a parallel universe, and such unbalancing of the cosmos has consequences. Now the race is on to prevent a vast nuclear explosion in the heart of the sun, and the vaporization of the Earth exactly 8 minutes later. That just sounds awesome. I've only read one of Isaac Asimov's other books. I read the first Foundation book, which I really enjoyed, so I'm really looking forward to reading some more of his work. So I'll put that away and on to the next one. And the next book is NOS Ferrari by Joe Hill. I've read his short story collection, is it 20th Century Ghosts, and I also read, I think it was called The Pram, a short story on Kindle, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm looking forward to reading some more Joe Hill. I'll just read the back of this one as well. Young Victoria McQueen has a gift for finding things. All she has to do is ride her bike through the shorter weighbridge and she'll come out wherever she needs to be. It's an ability she keeps secret because no one would understand it, until she discovers she's not the only one with a special gift. Charlie Manx takes children for rides in his 1938 Rolls-Royce Wraith with its NOS Ferrari vanity plate, driving them away from their families, their homes, even their own humanity. When they reach their destination, they've changed utterly. They've become Charlie's children, as unstoppable and insane as Manx himself. Only one kid ever escaped Charlie Manx, Vic McQueen, but the end of that nightmare was just the beginning of their life and death battle of wills. A battle that explodes a quarter century later, because now Manx has taken Vic's son, and Vic McQueen is going to get him back or die trying. That sounds really cool. It's a big old chunky book, but yeah, looking forward to that one. On to the next one. What have we got? Next one is, I'm going to butcher this name, I do apologise. Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. I've heard really good things about this one. I've heard that it's very good. St. Vincent's Orphanage for Boys, turn of the century in a remote valley in Pennsylvania. Here, under the watchful eye of several priests, 30 boys work, learn and worship. Peter Barlow, orphaned as a child by a gruesome murder, has made a new life here. As he approaches adulthood, he has friends, a future, a family. Then late one stormy night, a group of men arrive at their door, one of whom is badly wounded, occult symbols carved into his flesh. His death releases an ancient evil that spreads like sickness, infecting St. Vincent's and the children within. Soon boys begin acting differently, forming groups, taking sides. Others turn up dead. Now Peter and those dear to him must choose sides of their own, each of them knowing their lives and perhaps their eternal souls are at risk. That does sound amazing. And it looks a pretty short read, so I might get around to that one pretty soon. Next book. Which is The Book of the New Sun, Volume 1 by Gene Wolfe. And I have to say, these sci-fi SF Masterworks books, as someone new to science fiction, they're absolutely brilliant because they all look really nice together on my shelf, and you can be pretty sure that if you can buy pretty much any one of them, it's going to be worth reading. So for a sci-fi newbie like me, they're really good. Anyway, I'll read you the back of this book. Severian, a torturer's apprentice, is exiled from his guild after falling in love with one of his prisoners. Armed with his ancient executioner's sword, Terminus Est, Severian must make his way across the perilous ruined landscape of this far future Earth. But is his finding of the mystical gem, the claw of the conciliator, merely an accident, or does fate have grander plans for Severian the torturer? I can't talk this evening, but another book that sounds amazing. And yeah, it doesn't look the biggest book, but it's 600 pages, so yeah, I shall get round to that one at some point. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I bought The Book of the New Sun, Volume 2 by Gene Wolfe as well. I'm not going to read the back of this one because I might end up spoiling something on the first one. So for now, that goes onto the pile. And we'll see what we've got next. And it's another name I'm going to butcher again. It's Season of Storms by Andrzej Sapkowski, and I think this is a standalone in the Witcher series, but I've only read the first 3 Witcher books, so I'm not going to read the back of these ones because I don't want to inadvertently spoil it for myself or anyone else. So onto the pile. I'm pretty sure, yeah, The Tower of the Swallow, which is also a Witcher book. I think there was one more book from the Witcher series, but yeah. And we have Baptism of Fire as well. But I'm quite glad the books I've got before, they're in the same editions as these, so I'm quite happy to get those, because there's nothing worse than having different editions of books. I hate it. Right, the next one, another SF Masterworks, is Hard to Be a God by Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. And that's that one. And I do vaguely remember what this one's about, and this one sounded really, really cool. Anton is an undercover operative from future Earth who travels to an alien world whose culture has not progressed beyond the Middle Ages. Although in possession of far more advanced knowledge than the society around him, he is forbidden to interfere with the natural progress of history. His place is to observe rather than interfere, but can he remain aloof in the face of so much cruelty and injustice? That just sounds awesome. I think that could explore some really, really interesting themes. But yeah, looking forward to that one. And the last one, which is The Hammer of God by Arthur C. Clarke. The year is 2110. Humankind is entering a new golden age. But when an amateur astronomer points his telescope at just the right corner of the night sky, he sees disaster hurtling toward Earth, a chunk of rock that could annihilate civilization. While a few fanatics welcome the apocalyptic destruction as a sign from God, the greatest scientific minds of Earth desperately search for a way to avoid the inevitable. On board the starship Goliath, Captain Robert Singh and his crew must race against time to redirect the meteor from its deadly collision course. Suddenly, they find themselves on the most important mission in human history, a mission whose success may require the ultimate sacrifice. So, I've read, I think I've read 2 or 3 Arthur C. Clarke books. I've read 2001 Space Odyssey and Childhood's End, which is just an amazing book. Really looking forward to reading some more of his work, and I just find him so easy to read, even though some of the science fiction to someone who's new to sci-fi seems quite hard sci-fi. It never feels daunting. It's always understandable. He writes in such a way that even someone new to the genre can really get on with it. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one too. So that was my book haul from Smeagol Books. They're a really good website. I don't know if it's UK only or if they ship internationally, but their books are quite reasonably priced anyway. Most books are between £6 to £7. And if you order, depending on how many books you order, whether it be 5, I think you get a 15% discount at the end. And if you order 10, like I did, you get £10 off your final total and free post and packaging. So all of those books, I think it came to about £42, something like that, which for 10 new books, you can't complain at that. That's just a really good price. So that's my haul done from those. Just a quick video to get me back into the swing of things. I do know I've got some tag videos. I've been tagged by some of my booktube friends, so I haven't forgotten that I've been tagged. I've just got to get around to doing them. So hopefully I'll get around to doing those soon. As always, thank you ever so much for watching and subscribing and liking. If you've read any of these books, or if there's any that you recommend that I start with first, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. As always, hope you're enjoying what you're reading. I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Cheers. Bye.